If we don't do things about climate change, there won't be any people to look at Stonehenge. Just Stop Oil protesters spray Stonehenge with paint. So this one, I had to look at. They sprayed orange paint all over Stonehenge as a protest. Here is some video of it happening. There it is. They run out there and they start spraying. And the lady tries to stop them. And then they sat down for pictures.
Hello human, it is me Canuch. I need you to press the subscribe button. I have to feed my many AI babies.
Hooray! Okay, so what is that and what did they do? Why did they do that? They did that because they're part of their environmental protesters called Just Stop Oil. They have a very simple message: just stop oil. And in doing so, if you just stopped oil, then all of the worst parts of climate change would be negated. So that's their protest. You've seen them. They throw soup onto famous paintings, even though the paintings are behind glass, and it doesn't actually harm the paintings. Don't let the right wing lie to you. Don't let Fox News lie to you. Those paintings are not ruined. They're behind glass. Okay? So they throw the stuff on there. They glue their hand to a wall so that they're very hard to drag away, and then they scream about how you need to stop oil or else we're all going to die from climate change. And that is what they've done here. That is the suggestion that they are making. I think this is actually a very effective form of protest. Is it destructive? No, the paint will wash off. The soup washes off. It's assaulting to your senses at the moment, and it makes you think that they are doing a thing and doing something, and so it makes you pay attention. And that's why it's an effective protest strategy, because they get your attention. Bam! I threw soup on the thing, glued my hand to the thing. It says "Scream Just Stop Oil." I painted Stonehenge. Will Stonehenge still be there? Yeah, it's a giant rock. Will that orange paint be there for a while? Yeah, it actually will. And if a year from now that orange paint is still there, that will remind people, hey, climate change is coming to kill you. Because that's what they're trying to do. Climate change is coming to kill you. And that's why I'm kind of okay with it. They didn't destroy anything priceless. It will wash off. It will eventually be gone. Just Stop Oil protesters demanded the incoming government sign up to legally binding treaty to phase out fossil fuels by 2030. That's really hard to do, and I doubt it'll be done, but this is good. It's still a good protest tactic. Stonehenge account as extremely upsetting. Orange powdered paint has been thrown at a number of stones at Stonehenge. The protesters, 21-year-old student, 73-year-old man from Birmingham. Stonehenge is a World Heritage Site, a scheduled ancient monument, and is seen by many as a sacred place. We ask that those attending respect it and those celebrating around it. If Coca-Cola had put a logo across it that said "Drink Coke," I would be upset by it. That's not helping the environment. That's not a cause worth fighting for. If somebody put a QR code of this very stream on Stonehenge where millions of people would see it and maybe click on it, I would be upset with that, even though it's good publicity for me. I would be upset with that because that is not a cause worth defacing Stonehenge over. But climate change just might be. It just might be dangerous enough, bad enough, that you need to remind people all the time.
Oh, sorry, buddy, I have some bad news.
Yeah? Did you put a QR code with this very stream on Stonehenge? Are you gonna Photoshop that now? Good job. We'll use it as a marketing material. Get a QR code to my YouTube page, and we'll make a fake viral video where they spray that orange paint and then it turns into that QR code.
It's Lincoln Monument.
It's Lincoln Monument? Okay, gotcha. Those things, the Coca-Cola logo and my stream, aren't worth the protest, the defacing of this very important thing. But climate change kind of is. If we don't do things about climate change, there won't be any people to look at Stonehenge. It might still be there. It might be underwater. Of course, it's in England, so it could go underwater. But there won't be any people to appreciate it. And if there aren't any people, what problem does the orange paint pose? It doesn't. What bad sign, what negative thing happens with the orange paint? If we're all dead, well, there is no bad thing. The orange paint is a nothing at that point. So I'm on board for it. I think this is a very good use of actual protest. I supported them when they threw the soup at the paintings, and I support them when they throw the paint at Stonehenge. It's fine. It will wash off eventually, and until then, people think about climate change. Maybe do something about it. That's how protest is supposed to work. It's supposed to shock you and make you uncomfortable. It's not supposed to be a thing that's over there and everybody's having a great time. It's not a cookout. Protests are not supposed to be a tailgate party where everybody has a good time and then goes home peacefully. It's supposed to offend you. It's supposed to be something that shocks you.
But it's defacing property for a cause I don't care for. That's worse than human extinction.
Right. It's a cause you don't believe in. So it's not real. Well, there's our problem again. Belief is the problem, isn't it? The Republicans don't believe climate change is real. Hence, they don't believe that you should be protesting against it. And anybody who is protesting against climate change is just bad-brained and shouldn't be paid attention to, and should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. That's republicanism. Hooray! Sure am glad it rules half the country I live in.
I am the algorithm. Click on this video to make me happy. You wouldn't like me when I am angry.